This is Brave by Design, Episode 2 on how to get lucky. Welcome to Brave by Design. I'm your host, Laura Khalil. I'm an entrepreneur, coach, and speaker. I love thinking big, exploring the power of personal development, and sharing the best strategies from thought leaders and pioneers in business to empower ambitious women and allies to bravely rise and thrive. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm recording this episode from my hotel room in Chicago, and I wasn't actually planning to be here, but this has really inspired me to do an episode on how to get lucky, how to get your lucky break, how to attract luck. What is luck? What is it all about? We're going to dive into that in this episode. But first, I want to thank you for the incredible outpouring of support I have received after publishing the first episode of Brave by Design. I am so inspired to share this work with you, and I just wanted to tell you about a note I received from one of my clients. She's been with me for about a year. She's taken my courses, she's coached with me, and here's what she wrote to me. She said, at the start of 2019, I told myself, I need more of something in my career, but I don't know what yet. Then I started following you online, started your monthly coaching, and attended a few of your courses. And it was really because of you and your workshops that I gained the confidence to think outside the box, to recognize that my skills are sufficient enough to reach out to someone and say, I believe I can bring value to your business. My entire frame of self-value has shifted, and I feel like my whole life is changing because of it. I absolutely loved receiving that message. It's so great when we can validate what we're doing and it actually works for people. So if you're interested, I'm actually going to be teaching the habits of courage in a free workshop I'm giving online. We're kicking off on January 27th. So if that's something you're interested in, head on over to forceofbadassery.com and pop your email in the opt-in form on the homepage, and that's going to get you registered with all the details. All right, now back to Chicago. I'm here. I was not planning to be here 3 days ago. So over the weekend, I was talking to a friend of mine who lives here, and we were talking about her life, work, just catching up. When she mentioned that they had a team on-site happening this week, and she'd really wished that I could have been here to talk to her team about developing a vision for 2020. And that's one of my keynote talks to help employees feel more engaged in their work and career. And as she was talking, I immediately saw this opportunity, and I said, well, listen, I don't have many speaking engagements going on this week. In fact, it's a really slow week for me, so I can actually be there. Why don't we hammer out the details and make it happen? And so from a Sunday to today, today it's Thursday morning. Here I am. And so what's so beautiful about this experience is that because I have spent the last 2 years researching courage and habits and talking on these points of how we can be engaged and successful in our work, that whole adage of preparation meets opportunity has just occurred. I'm in the perfect position to come in on short notice and deliver a dynamic presentation. It's like all the stars aligned, right? I mean, you could say I was pretty lucky. I was in the right place at the right time to seize the opportunity. I was prepared for it, and it just came my way. But I wanted to demystify luck for you because often we have this thought that luck is very elusive, and there's this underlying belief that luck happens when you get something for nothing. And the most common example I see of this is people who always talk about someone who's buying a $2 lottery ticket and then they win 10 million bucks, right? They're lucky and you're not. It's as if luck sort of falls out of the sky and like a lightning bolt hits someone in the face. But I want to tell you something about those situations and those kinds of people. People who get something for nothing are not in fair exchange. And because of that, they often lose it because they inherently do not believe they deserve it. So it doesn't match with the vision they have for themselves and the belief in their potential. And not that most people are not walking around saying, hey, I have a vision for my life and a potential. Those are very unconscious beliefs that we have. Gay Hendricks, in his book, The Big Leap, actually calls that the upper limit problem, these self-imposed limitations that we have for ourselves. And he describes it as our internal thermostat setting, which has calibrated through experiences that we have cultivated through our childhood and through working with others that let us know how much love, success, and creativity we're actually allowed to enjoy. We set that for ourselves. So in the case of the lottery, it's called the lottery curse. Do you know that over 60% of lotto winners lose their money? They attract all kinds of problems into their life. They're really dealing with a lack of fair exchange in that situation that they're perceiving. And it's that upper limit problem that's holding them back. And I don't want you to feel held back. I don't want you to hold yourself back from attracting luck. So what I want to do right now is give you 4 ideas and 4 steps for how to reframe your days so that you can actually feel luckier and attract more luck into your life. These are research-backed, guys. So try them out, okay? Try them out, and I don't mean try them out for a day. Make this a consistent habit that you do, and I guarantee you, over time, you're going to start seeing changes. You know, we live in a society today where everyone reads an article that tells you the 10 ways to do this, you know, the 5 morning routines you have to have, and suddenly life will get better. But the truth is that life gets better through consistent daily action and often very small steps that we do consistently produce very profound change in the long run. No quick fixes here. So let's talk in the long run. The other thing I want to add is that if you do not have a vision for your life, you will not recognize luck if it hits you in the face. So if you have not been thinking about the legacy you want to live for your life, where you want to be in 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, or on this day in 2021, you need to start thinking about that, because that intentionality is what is going to help you recognize the opportunities when they appear. I guarantee you that if you do not set a plan or a course for your life, you will never get anywhere. You will be running in circles. And if that is a challenge that you face and you want clarity, I want to recommend that you work with a coach. You can work with me to get you clarity and to help you set that course straight. So the first step, every day, wake up and tell yourself that no matter what happens today, I have a choice to make this a really great day. So I will expect great things today, and I will look for opportunity in all my experiences, especially the challenging ones. As you probably heard in our first episode, some of my most challenging experiences in the corporate world provided the greatest opportunities for growth for me. So don't run from the challenges. Say, what is this challenge actually here to teach me? Second one, not feeling lucky is really just living in a state of ingratitude for all the great things that have occurred in your life that have actually gotten you into the present moment. You know, so often we are focused on a future outcome that we never sit down and stop for a second to appreciate how all of our prior dreams, many of them have brought us to where we are today. And so we don't even recognize and acknowledge and take a moment to say, wow, isn't that amazing? So I want you to write down every evening 3 things you're grateful for. And make sure to include on that list something that challenged you during the day and how that challenge is helping prepare you for what's next. Make sure to recognize how any quote unquote bad luck you had today is really a great opportunity for you to learn and grow. It's all about perception, guys. It's all about how we choose to view these things. Third step, I want you to listen to your intuition. It will not set you astray. Intuition, here's what it is. And this is what the research shows. It is alerting you to a pattern that the brain and body have detected, but that you have not been made consciously aware of yet. So listen to it because it's giving you some really great insight. If you have a hunch, if you have an intuitive sort of tickling of the brain and you're thinking, oh, that's interesting, I should go down that rabbit hole and see what's there, go do it. The best thing you can do is actually listen to yourself. Stop minimizing that intuition. And the fourth thing is I will push myself to meet and expand my horizons and put myself in situations that will help me grow. So, for example, I'm going to go to that networking event that I don't want to go to. And why don't I want to go? Because I'm scared of being alone. I'm scared of talking to people. Or I will reach out to someone I've been networking with. Or I will read something and educate myself on a topic or area I'm interested in. These are great ways to begin to bring and feel luckier in your life, in your career. So I would love to hear from you about this. If you have thoughts on how you have been lucky, if you have thoughts on these steps and how they are helping you or anything you'd like to add, shoot me an email or respond to this on social media. I would absolutely love to hear from you. I want to thank you for joining me, and remember to subscribe through your favorite app so you can stay up to date. And I would love your review. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and comment on Apple Podcasts. You can also keep in touch with me online. You can find me on LinkedIn, and I'm also on Instagram at Force of Badassery. All that information will be available in the show notes. Until next time, stay brave.